Howdy, gang. Welcome back to King Come Delivery to Didgeridoo Electric Boogaloo. So we just got Hands out of captivity. He went off to a meeting. They sent us to spy on another meeting that the other guys are having at the same time. No, I guess Daddy Dearest trusts me. Should be happening soon. They made it sound like it was important. You know, our viewer from a while ago said that he doesn't think there were any time-restricted quests, but it sounds like this one might be, so I'm just gonna go right to it. For the sake of, you know, not breaking the pace of the story, if anything, like, you know, it'd be ridiculous if I wait a week and then do this. Just like the wedding. We returned to Rosa's book. I had a fun time there. Helped her write a story. Over cucumbered. Apparently. Also, I don't need to have any of these on me at the moment. None at all. I don't even know I have this. Might have been part of my thief outfit or something. Don't need it anymore though. Yeah. It's fine. Boy, bruv.
Was ist los? Looking for something?
I think pigs are pretty common pets in Hawaii. Strange considering how dangerous they are. They're cute when they're all furry though. Really, it's only the tusks that are the scary part. Is this the mid? Oh, it's backyard, I suppose. I'm going in. New spicy chicken deluxe. Going in. Hello?
Hold your horses. What are you barging in here for?
I have business.
I'm going to see Sir Ulrich Vavak on a most urgent matter.
As usual. Hurry then.
Yeah, that's right, you're a terrible god. Mr. Ulrich
Glad to
Vavak.
see you again.
You have the gall to show me your face again? I'll call the guards.
Hold your horses. I'll come in peace. Actually, I have a little offer for you.
You've come to blackmail me again?
Call it what you like. I need to get into the City Council Assembly. And I reckon...
The assembly?
Crikey.
The one King Sigismund is supposed to attend in person?
Yeah?
Surely you wouldn't deny me a chance to meet the king?
Don't try that on me. This is connected with Ruthard, isn't it? And tell the truth.
I want to know what Sigismund tells the council. I hear it'll be important.
You want to spy? Do you know what you're risking? And what I'd be risking?
Why are you supposed to
Forget
spy
it.
for me?
Have you forgotten I have you over a barrel? If you want to keep your position and your head on your shoulders, you better shape up.
All right, all right. Maybe we can make a deal. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately and you won't betray yourself, or especially me. And that will be the end of our business together.
Likewise. That's for me to decide, you little bitch.
I must have misheard you. Our business will be over when I say it is, not before. So pull your head out your ass and see to getting me into that assembly.
All right, Jesus. No need to lose your temper. You can get into the council assembly relatively easily. My cook's son will be serving there. He's roughly around your age. Maybe he can be persuaded to let you stand in for him. Although, not everyone would want to give up an opportunity to serve the King of Hungary.
I mean, that sounds like an Sisyphean task. How can you ever satisfy the King of Hungary?
Who's this boy?
Franta's his name. Franta Cooldown. He's an idler and a boozer, but he's proved his worth as a waiter. Which reminds me, you'll need his letter of permission to serve in the council. Otherwise, you won't be let inside.
Uh-huh.
What will I need to work as a waiter there?
Fast feet and good manners. And the livery of a royal waiter.
Excuse me?
Do you think you can serve the king in a torn shirt and muddy hose?
Well, no. But I never heard about any livery before.
Our usual waiter had a brand new livery made specially for meeting the king. Don't even show up there without it.
The hell is a livery? Like a Waffenfrock?
Where can I find the cook's boy?
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market today from Master Tailor Schneider. You'll almost certainly run into him there. That is, if he's up and about after his boozing bout. I swear that fellow practically lives at that Tin Hen.
At the what?
That German alehouse, the Iron Eagle. That is Zum Eisernen Adler.
You what?
What would work on him? How can I persuade him to give me his job?
Would you like me to give you a letter for him? I told you how to get to the assembly. Now do your part.
I'll be going then. See you at the council.
Just make sure we both come out of it alive.
Yeah, whatever. Kill myself. Maybe a livery's like a uniform. It's not waste any time, just not get lost.
A fine day for some fine wares. Ribbons of all colours.
What's the hold-up, innkeeper?
Lord be with you.
So they said the Master Tailor Schneider. I imagine he has a building.
Muslin,
Not a sign on it. It's a weapon shop, yeah.
So I don't drown in all this shit.
God bless.
Last time it rained for a week straight. We were up
What
on
is
our
it?
knees in a
Are
river
you
of
whistling
shit.
just for fun?
That's good. You know what? Maybe I...
Alright, well, surely he will buy these, right? I just had other things to sell last time.
Willkommen. Schön dich. Good afternoon.
What do you have?
Beans. No dice. He does take plating, though. Oh, fuck. That's the wrong cab. Who's your good boy? Do I have any plate? Yeah, I do. Probably plenty, actually. It's all very valuable.
What do you...
Millionaires. Probably should check his money before I even took that out. He has some though. It's good enough for me. Yeah. Oh,
I'd like to discuss...
den Groschen.
That?
Oh nein. Vielen Dank und viel Glück für die Zukunft, mein Herr.
I gave him money? Am I crazy? I don't know, man.
Come and take the gun. We've got it all.
Nice. And here's an armorman.
Hogs for sale. Big
Stop that whistling.
Hogs
Chop it.
twice fired. Finest wear.
I'll have a look.
Crikey.
Word about the price. Well,
What do you mean he doesn't have enough money? It says... I don't know, man.
Finest wares.
It's all get.
here.
Moi! I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
I could have sworn it said I was under what he had. Hey, there should have been a little wiggle room.
Buy 2 pots.
You look like a tailor.
How was the woolly horseradish?
Greetings, sir.
I hear one Franta cooldown is supposed to come and pick up new clothes from you.
You're too late. Franta already came and picked up the goods. You just missed him.
Alright.
We've got it all.
Really wish you could quick sort the inventory.
I'll have a look at...
That one is still stolen. Probably fine. That one's stolen.
I'm glad you found what you were looking
Come and
for.
buy some new plate.
Alright, so he went somewhere else. Why are these all different marks?
Strong rains, fine saddles.
Tools! Iron tools!
For sale.
Tools here!
Strong, well-made pots.
I'll be a judge of that. Yeah.
Come and take your pick. New wares.
Pronto Colden, there he is.
You must be Franta Cooldown.
I am. And who might you be?
I'm Henry. I heard you're supposed to serve at the City Council Assembly.
I am. What's it to you?
Supposing I took the job on for you. You can put your feet up, fill your belly, and I'll do all the work for you.
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Apart from that, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine, while I run around like a bugger with pitchers so they don't run dry. Why would you want to stick your nose in there?
I'm a knight.
I just have to get in there, understand? I have an important message for the king about a plot against him.
But why would you want to get to him as a waiter?
But it could be that someone from the council is mixed up in it, so I have to be incognito. See?
I see. All right, then. To begin with, you'll need
Incognitus.
confirmation that you've worked as a waiter at the council and you're capable of serving even His Majesty. Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you? Can you tell different wines apart and that?
Sure.
Of course. Who do you
There's
take me
fine
for?
wine, cheap
All right,
wine.
all right. No need to get upset. Show the confirmation to the head butler. Tell him I sent you and think up some good excuse. Clear?
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. I had a brand new one made. Here it is. I look like a prick in it. Hopefully it'll sit better on you. The main thing is, don't lose it before the assembly or get it covered in shit.
Thanks. I won't disgrace you, I promise.
You better not. God be with you, good sir.
I apologize. Wie willst du bezahlen?
So, I'm certified. And I need to get a certificate, or they just hand me one. I got the King's Waiter certificate, alright. Gorba!
Fine wares. Come and take your pick.
You won't. What does that mean again? It's one of these houses. Maybe this one, the fancier one. Little colored wagons. Wait. Oh, it's you two.
Michael? What are you doing here?
È un'ingiustizia. You're the one who should be locked up.
What?
Chin up, my friend. They say you make your greatest art when you're at your lowest.
Rub ashes on my humble head. Scar my ass with filthy belts. Remember clearly what I said, that you can go and fuck yourself.
How did you end up here?
It's your fault. Some merchant saw our loot and started yelling that we stole it. I tried to calm him, but he took the pearls I was regaling him with and dashed them to pieces. So George punched him in the face.
Maybe I can get you out of here when no one's
told me
looking.
to steal loot.
Ah, freedom. You belong to me once more, freedom. To sin is human, to forgive divine. So may God forgive you all for being such pricks.
George, is that you?
Henry, don't even look at me.
I thought you were going to make the town's maidens bend over, not the other way round.
Hilarious, really funny. Fetch yourself a jester's cap and we can make the rounds as a trio.
What exactly happened to you?
It's your fault. Why the fuck didn't you tell us the loot was stolen?
You didn't ask.
You arsehole. Your mother was a toothless cow who suckled you on pus and piss.
I swear they told me to steal it, bro.
What if I released you? Can you make a run for it?
My legs are stiff as wood, but I won't let you down. I will not give you up. You see him, everybody? It was him! He's the one who stole the loot!
Oh, you're a bitch. I ain't letting you go. Alright, well, let's just look fancy, so, put that on. And, and I had some fancy pants too, right? I reckon that's all. Oh, what a nice little ensemble. Is this the place or is this the prison? It's probably next door. Majordomo?
Franta Cooldown sent me. I'm to stand in for him at the council assembly.
Franta's not coming? What's wrong with him?
He got poisoned. Probably from food. He's writhing in agony. By turns praying and cursing, spewing from both ends.
Oh, that's enough. All right.
Spewing.
At least you're here.
We can't be without a waiter here, when the king himself will need waiting on. So, let's have a look at you.
Have you got Franta's certificate?
Sure. There is.
Everything's in order. Now, about your livery. You've got a waiter's cap, a tunic you have. Hose are good. You can put your steel aside in front of the council chamber, along with your other stuff. You won't be needing it anyway. You don't want to be dragging a load if you're running around tables. Everything as it should be. Glad to see it, lad. Do you know what your duties are? For an inexperienced greenhorn like you, it'll be a great responsibility.
Well, I'll happily listen to any advice. I wouldn't want to foul things up.
I should certainly hope not. Now listen. A good waiter should stand in a corner, look willing and ready, and not get in anyone's way. In short, behave as if you're not there. But when one of the gentlemen calls for wine, you run and pour it for him on the double. You'll find the pitchers on a table by the door to the chapel. You take one and go to their table and pour for them. White Tokaib or red monastery wine.
White or red, by the door to the chapel. Got it.
But for Councillor Adam of Zarjitz, you must not pour at all. When he drinks, he disrupts and makes trouble. So the assembly has to be interrupted, or otherwise it never reaches an end. We can't allow that to happen in the presence of the king.
All right. Sir Adam of Zarjit stays dry.
And if the king himself wants wine, you pour for him with lowered eyes. Don't look at him. And the most important thing?
That's a weird one.
Remember who wants what?
That too, but more importantly, do not disturb the councillors at their work. They have a lot to discuss. And in general, a good waiter has to be invisible, blind, and deaf.
Oh? I thought I had to keep my ears pricked.
Well, yes, but only to what anyone wants from you. No excuses, and provide everything that anyone wants from you. Understood?
Me. Well, what if they want these sheiks?
What if I make a mess of something, though?
Then I'll see to it that you won't get a job even mopping the floor in the hole in the wall. But I'm sure that's not going to happen. So, are you prepared?
Ah, jeez.
I know everything I need to. I can do it.
Excellent.
White and
Put
red,
away your
don't
things
feed
here.
Sir Adam, don't
It's
look at
easier
the
to
king.
serve with a lighter load. You can wait in the cubbyhole for the servants.
Monastery is red. Other word is white. Table in the corner of the room. 2 pictures. Take the one. I guess 1c4. Walk to the table. Chat will activate option 4-1. Oh no.
There are the pictures of wine.
Our current
Hopefully I won't
Waffen
splash
arsenal
anyone's
is a
shoes.
joke. And on top of that, the army was requisitioning from it. Should the town reserve have worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain?
Hey,
What
boy,
are you getting
a full
at,
cup of
Elvis?
monastery wine.
I'm saying that the bandits who freed Hinnick, the Dry Devil, used that thing. That Hackenbücher. Hand cannon. Can you
I
believe it?
apologize.
Where did
Come
they get
now,
them?
waiter. I wanted
You're
red.
the one who should know where they got them. Since you're a gunsmith.
What are you
Sorry.
implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them, Herr
Thank
Gott.
you, waiter.
It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison. And Herr König surely knows this too.
What is it, Eldris? You smell a deal?
What I smell is that your stubborn heads do not realize what Schwierigkeiten this is. The Dry Devil is running free. There are Raubritter everywhere in the region. We have the army bearing down, and you want to
I'd like
defend
some monastery
yourselves
wine.
with a
Refill
few
my cup,
rusty
boy.
halberds.
And who is it you want to fight, exactly?
Monastery?
King Sigismund is
Has
providing
the
us
red in it.
isn't he?
Der König and his army will not be here for
Monastery wine. Here.
Shut up! The
I'm
king
sorry,
can
sir.
arrive at any moment.
Orders from above.
What if he heard you?
This is unbelievable.
What then? We're sitting atop
do
the
remember
biggest
Adam,
silver
yes.
heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it.
You're right, Eldris. But where can we get the coin for better equipment?
We can always confiscate the property of the king's enemies. Nicht wahr?
Hey, waiter,
We are
pour
more
me
than
some monastery
familiar
wine.
with the yeomanly state of our armory. And the king is surely aware of it as well. Maybe if he waived some of the taxes.
The king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you
Thank the
suggest
Lord.
just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around.
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation.
Honestly, meat, not the way to go at a feast. Like, there's no microwave. How, this is probably lukewarm.
Vielleicht?
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public baths.
You mean baths or
get me white.
brothels?
You again?
I'm sorry, sir.
So,
Orders
the
from above.
cleanliness of the
This
city
is unbelievable.
is not what it should be. The current baths in the city fall far short of
More
covering
wine,
all the citizens'
Master Bailiff?
needs.
You're right, Jerome.
Come
But a
closer.
woman named Betty has showed up on Hopbrink.
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female thief. She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house and stole it. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, he'll turn the city upside down to find the culprit. Go and get it. And don't you make a mess there, understand?
Where can I find this goblet?
Use your eyes and come right back with it, understood?
While he's there, a man can shave and take a... you-know-what.
Who's gonna wait while I'm out?
Going to the baths is neither a civic duty nor a right.
Have you forgotten the Black
Office.
Death? A great many people died needlessly.
Silver.
Are
The
you
one.
questioning God's
Nice.
plan? The Black
Whose
Death
silver
has
might
nothing
this
to do
be?
with the baths, unless the Lord wishes to punish the wickedness that's...
So, did you find it?
I did, Master Bailiff. Here it is.
Not so loud. Show it here. That's it. And now go back to your job.
Arguing about the same thing.
Easy.
Not at all. If you'd finally admit that it's a trifle, we wouldn't have to keep coming back to it.
A trifle? Do you ever walk the streets here? Sewage, rats, slop, and rubbish. The least we can do for the citizens is to provide them with a place to wash up.
What nonsense! Next, you'll want me to serve wine to everyone for free, too.
Why not? In Jerome Nars's earthly paradise, everything would be free.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Gentlemen, let's agree to disagree.
Where's Sigismund?
I got word that
Imagine this is his
Rutard has
share.
pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way, at least until His Majesty honors us with his visit. And as we know, Gunslin absolutely
I fancy
hates
some
him.
Tokai.
He can
Refill,
hate all he
boy.
wants, as long as he does no damage.
Guy.
Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Me? Well, I'm not sure what you're implying.
I'm speaking about the Rutard incident. You were there, weren't you?
Oh,
Well,
that's
thank the Lord.
just a small misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
My ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard? Besides, if his men
Waiter,
attacked yours,
pour me
as
red
I've
wine.
heard, then we have a good reason to punish him.
What happened there? Leave nothing out.
I don't like Rutard, true, but in this case it
Sir?
really was
Been
nothing.
drinking quite a lot.
Everyone in
That's
the city gossiped about it.
Thank you, waiter.
I heard there were several dead.
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated. I don't think Rutard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself while the king is here.
Hey,
That's
waiter,
true.
pour me some monastery
Because if we don't
wine.
do something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God knows what he wants to tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's
Well,
move
thank you.
on.
I'm sorry, Andreas, but I wouldn't brush it off so quickly. Why do I have the feeling you're not telling us the whole truth, Ulrich?
Are you accusing me of lying?
Those are strong words, my friend. Nobody said anything like that, did they?
Then why doesn't he tell us what really happened,
I'm not keeping anything from you, but there's little truth to the rumors circulating around the town. Yes, Ruthard and I had a little disagreement, but we ended it quickly because his daughter wanted to get involved. I didn't want to expose the girl to any unpleasant sights.
So Ruthard is hiding behind his own daughter's skirts?
As if it wasn't enough that he sent his son to die defending the city.
All right. If we really don't have anything new to say, let's turn the page.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. If we tolerate this, the rabble in the city will go wild and do whatever they want. I suspect the gentleman from the city's sword-fighting school brought this custom to us. That German Menhard is just hanging around the market looking for trouble.
Don't be ridiculous, Forsucker. You act like you've never been in a fight yourself. And to accuse a swordsmaster...
Don't hang around me. Vanish, you hear me?
We're not some old fishwives in the marketplace.
So you will just leave it be?
Proven offences are punished by the bailiff. And that's that. There are more pressing matters to deal with.
More pressing than
Everything
the
in
open
order?
contempt
Not
of
quite,
the whole town garrison.
but I think you might be able
The
to help
guards
me.
are
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now, but if you disappear for a little while...
All right. I'll get them.
I knew I could count on you. While you're at it, count how many figures on the mural have wings.
But why?
Because I'm bored, and because I told you. Get on with it.
You bastard.
Ah, the hell with it. We'll never get anywhere like this. Why waste our time?
Well, them's the gloves.
That was easy enough. And he wanted me to count the winged figures.
What do you mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? No, 8, I think. Is that a wing? 9, 10, 11. Demon, 12. I think I'll go with 12.
So, let's see what you've got for me.
I found your gloves, sir.
Really? Let's see them. And did you count those winged figures?
Okay, well,
Counted 16, sir.
And did you count all the monsters and animals?
Oh, I thought you meant only the angels.
Go back to serving wine, blockhead.
Just the eternal dispute over the cathedrals. The building of the church.
there was a lot more than I even counted
The
then.
pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses. It's just a village with a monastery, and they are going to mock a royal mining city. Why can't we build faster? Hire more craftsmen, start with night shifts.
You there!
Haven't you noticed there's a war
cup of bread.
going on?
And don't
Are the
you
experts
skip on
from
me.
far off supposed to work in a city under siege?
Besides, I get the feeling there's something
Sir?
other than the welfare of the city behind your complaints.
Oh, you do?
About
Do you?
time.
And what would that be?
Like, for instance, that you'd like to have your own altar there?
So what if I would?
Hold your horses, gentlemen. That space in the side nave is mine.
Then hell freezes over, mein Freund. Your place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
A swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha! I think not.
Excuse me?
Waiter,
you wanted to buy yourself
pour me
an
red
altar
wine.
in the cathedral. Just like you bought yourself a seat in this council.
How dare you? I acquired my seat for the services our guild provided and still provides to the crown.
Good.
I hope you're not supplying equipment to the army. If that's all they have.
Spilled that all outside the cup.
Ne'er-do-wells from the alehouse or Obrink.
What ne'er-do-wells?
Those wrestlers of theirs, of course. People from the whole town go to watch them brawl.
Oh, this is
I don't like metal cups.
Lad, a cup of red, and don't you skimp on me.
Not long ago,
Metal cups completely change the flavor profile.
Yes,
It's probably
I had
nasty.
forgotten. What do we have to discuss next?
Sir?
Thank you, waiter.
Where is the king?
I'm telling you, something is being planned.
Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Oh, that's not good. He might recognize me. Look down, you fool. Why are you looking at him? And shit in his britches.
Nothing to fear. Not you.
Like this band of fools!
Is he gonna slaughter them all?
Come now, father. Put a little life into your dying.
Oh my god,
Seem
one
like cheerful
again.
priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject.
Oh.
Who's that French fellow you brought here from Malashov?
The great Baron Brabant.
Been everywhere,
That
knows
shitty
everything,
grin.
and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one. Besides, he defended Kuttenberg, and you know how that went. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with me.
Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Kuttenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But for now, they're keeping mostly to themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them.
Must be an
After all,
emissary
it
of
used to be your
Liechtenstein.
home. And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have something in common.
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I can try. How does it feel to breathe free air again?
What can I say? You can never truly appreciate freedom until someone locks you up for a while.
Or until you become a priest.
No fear of that in my case. I intend to enjoy life to the full. Wine, women, and song.
Pretty sure Hans dies pretty young, historically. Might not even make it to 30.
What do you plan to do now you're a free man again?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And duller.
Dear me. I'd rather creep off into some corner with a full wineskin. But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to the rest of the guests, eh?
Indeed you should. After all, you are one of the lords of Rabosh.
Oh, don't start with that. I'd like to steer clear of the old man as long as I can.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're actually planning.
You want me to sound Radzig and Hanush?
Jesus Christ be praised.
Yeah,
rare
that's the
guests.
guy.
One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet...
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Kuttenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all. Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
Are you here to arrange some trade?
We have more serious matters to attend to here than gaining a few groschen. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good
They
time.
want to pay for protection in
We
these
have
trying
just
times.
arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzig Copula?
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. we did not get off to a very good start.
Human growth
Henry's
happens.
done a few things I'd like to give him a slap or two for. But like they say, to err is human. For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most.
Looked at the sword
and
funny.
that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the best.
So they're not half brothers, but
me. But instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own.
oh, practically family.
And raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Kobila, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Henry has the life he should have had.
Good health.
L'chaim.
Now I'm supposed to look at Radzig.
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin. A friend of that lad you arrived with, Henry. We don't know each other.
Baron Vauquelin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. The last of my line. I am a warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also, à ma manière, a poet.
My word.
You what?
Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non! And I'm glad to meet a new friend.
Yeah, you seem like you're easy to get along with. You just have to, you know, suck your metaphorical dick.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off. You say you're a poet? How about a verse or two to amuse us?
Jamais. Is poetry nothing but a fuss to you? Is a poet a gesture for amusement? I think not. To recite, I require the proper mood. And besides, few here would understand me.
That is unfortunate.
How did you end up imprisoned in Malishov?
Ah, c'est une histoire compliquée. It was after I heroically led the defense of Gothenburg, and only lost it narrowly by an unfortunate turn of events.
That needs some explanation. What unfortunate turn of events?
Oh,
Probably a
misère.
bombard.
It is clear you have never been to war.
Unexpected bombard. It's all those holes in the wall.
You're quite mistaken, Monsieur Baron. I have.
Ah, je suis désolé. This Bohemia is a strange land. I have seen farmhands, children, and even women fighting. But the clergy? Sainte Mère, do tell me about it. No doubt you fought on the side of truth and honor.
My last big battle was in Kosovo.
I've heard of this battle. Many great men fell there.
Aye. And it was there I decided it was nothing for me. So I settled down in the presbytery in Ujits.
Then, what are you doing here at a meeting of opponents of the crown?
Ah, the Lord moves in mysterious ways. Where have you been on your travels? Have you seen the ocean?
But of course! I was born by the sea. If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then I have traveled with a merchant caravan all the way to the Ottoman Empire. And if you are interested in my greatest deed, then that was perhaps saving the life of the King of France.
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope, personally?
Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with Boniface IX when I was sojourning in Rome. A pleasant fellow.
How come almost nobody here knows you?
I am operating, as they say. Incognito. My great benefit is my strong connection with the French court. There, everyone knows my name. Here in Bohemia, I'm still building my reputation, slowly, but surely.
That must be why you're regaling everyone with your exploits at every turn.
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here, too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame?
Yeah, he'll just come back if you wait.
Well-planned raids, and
He'll
we
lose
could
nothing.
have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
Do you have someone here?
I'm not going to die.
Fighters want to fight, hands wants glory.
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health.
And to yours.
That was like a 2-second meeting.
Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
What's it about?
It depends what it's all about.
A little delicate diplomacy. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings.
More like longcomings, that's the
And the
whole
way
issue.
it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
What army? And we're gonna, like, hire the entire Jewish community or something? Like...
When Sigismund sees that, he'll be off to Hungary all the sooner. At a gallop.
Exactly. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves, but he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
Sometimes that's all you gotta do. Be the smart guy and not take credit.
You've got an interesting way of approaching things.
You're certainly not the first to tell me that. I take it as a compliment.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths. And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Botchek of Kunstadt, Haman Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
What if it doesn't work?
I refuse to even consider that outcome. Because it would mean slow, but certain defeat for all of us.
Why me, of all people?
Because you've got a head on your shoulders. You know how to talk, and you're not just out for your own good. You and your friend Henry are similar in that respect. That's why I know I can count on you both. There aren't many like you two left.
Tell me a bit more about those people, so I know who I'm dealing with.
Certainly. Who do you want to start with?
Botchek of Kunststadt. I know the name, but I can't quite...
That's just the thing. He's got massive estates, great influence, but he holds back. He doesn't play the big game, because he doesn't like to take risks. He always goes for the sure thing. But once he's made his mind up, not even a pair of oxen will hold him back.
Well, yeah, it's a sure thing. Why would you ever stop?
Alder the Alderman. Wasn't he a Kuttenberg councillor?
He still is. The only one who retained his position after the city was taken. Only he's here, instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Kuttenberg. So his days in the council are numbered. But he'll continue to have a strong influence on the guilds and the rich burghers. And that's why we need him.
Anna of Waldstein. The widow of that rich mine owner. What was his name?
Wenzel Bartosz. And I'm not surprised you forgot.
I was quite surprised to see her here. Assemblies like this are more of a...
A male affair? So far, Godwin, so far. Anna is holding back and behaving like an exemplary young widow. But don't trust appearances. She's got claws, she knows how to do her sums, and she certainly has no love lost for Sigismund.
And what use can she be to us? Apart from her late husband's money, of course.
She's as sharp as they come when it comes to trade.
And
And she
someone
knows a
else's
thing
money.
or two about diplomacy. There are wicked tongues that claim Bartosz acquired most of his wealth thanks to her, and that it was thanks to her that he died, too.
What? A Black Widow?
I'll get on it then. Wish me luck.
I wish us both luck. Before the day is over, the die will be cast.
Success to our plans.
That's hard to believe.
Martin likes to exaggerate. He was talking about the sorry nags even when they belong to someone else.
I'd
This
like
guy
to check
is
your
on the
horses out.
council.
See if they're as good as you say.
Ha, even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them. Well, well, we have a new guest.
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to harass my guests some more?
What?
I want to have a word with Older.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
Nice, so... the ring. Did he, like, steal that? Maybe from his daughter's bedside or something? His wife's?
I apologize, Father.
For interrupting our conversation? Or just for being you?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up then. What are you doing here?
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Is this a joke?
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze.
Oh, it's 20
I
years
got
ago.
him a place at the Archbishopric to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
Is he his son?
I wouldn't set foot here if I had a choice. Better to be a priest in some backwater than have a father like you.
How dare you?
You're as shit a father as I am a son. We've got nothing to blame each other for. And now let me speak to Older.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies. Take back your challenge, and we'll sort things out peacefully.
You've got no other option. You insulted Father's honor.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence.
He is younger brother.
I can have a word in private.
That good Hank.
Lord Oberyn, the second, as he desires, and then...
Out of the question. This uncouth lout needs a lesson. And he's got plenty to learn from Christopher. By God's grace, I have at least one son I can be proud of.
You want satisfaction? You'll get nothing but shame. As always.
Yeah, your proud son's
Suit
never been to
yourself, then.
war.
We'll fight. Come to the outer courtyard, but quietly. We don't have to put on a show for the crowd.
After you.
Well, that's that. Now, where were we?
Shouldn't we rather...
No, Christopher will sort it out, you'll see.
Make room for us. We'll
Okay,
get
Christopher, you
a
little
very
bitch.
private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back.
Swing
No, you
with
don't.
your whole arm, not just your wrist.
No chance.
Cover your right side. You've got a gap there I can drive
Bad
a cart
luck.
through.
You got a gap in your backside I can drag my cock through.
My God. Where did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. But you could teach sword fighting in a school.
I was in a war. Right after they kicked me out of the Archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself.
Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Aye. Well, I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So Father would be satisfied. I know. Only he'll never be satisfied. The sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
Oh, no, no.
Not at all. I remember him the same since I was a nipper. When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days?
Jesus Christ.
He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I
Damn
could.
Spartan.
I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own parish. But now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder.
Aye. The outcome of this war depends on it.
That sounds very important, considering you and Alder are both pretty small players. After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me and tell me what it's all about.
Oh, it's wholesome, alright.
Alright then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
Wholesome. Alright, the Black Widow.
God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you. What would that be?
Your diplomatic support. And your money.
No beating around the bush, eh? I like that. But what do you want my money for?
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources to...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ. Be praised. You're astute.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein is after.
Hit the nail on the head again, Mom. You're well informed.
I am rarely mistaken.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine. And beneficial deals.
Then you're in the right place. This occasion provides all of those things.
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination. And I have yet to hear any
Goddamn.
interesting offers.
Sourpuss.
So, to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively with Sigismund.
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
You won't take revenge on a woman. No, we ask you because you're you know?
It's not only your money we're interested in. You're well able to negotiate and trade. And if you were to take part in our plan...
Then I'd be helpful to you on two fronts. If you want me to support you, you must give me a good reason. Perhaps a favor in return.
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Who's that?
Harmon Alder. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your proposal.
Whoa, what? Switch papers? How am I gonna do that? I couldn't even get near him to talk.
I'm supposed to rob an ally.
Harmon Alder was given the documents to deliver to the council. He hasn't yet had a chance to look at them, so he won't even notice the difference.
And these papers I'm supposed to switch, what do they concern?
My relatives somehow dug up some trade contracts between myself and certain undesirable parties.
You were dealing with the enemy.
They were not the enemy at the time. My conscience is clear, but I'll rest easier when those papers are in my hands.
Alright.
And the papers I'm supposed to plant on Alder?
Just insignificant documents. If the incriminating ones disappeared without a trace, it would arouse suspicion.
Oh well,
all right, I'll
makes
help
sense.
You. Or at least I'll give it a try.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he left in the shed on the outer courtyard. Bring them to me, and put these there instead. But watch yourself. Odorim's groom has eyes everywhere.
Take a look at that. A nightingale.
Simple.
What brings you here?
Nothing.
Big enough for that bastard Istvan to raise a small army. It caused us a shitload of trouble.
I've got those papers from Alder for you.
Quiet! You don't have to announce it to everyone.
My lady, with all the clamor going on here, I can hardly hear my own thoughts. Here they are.
You're more capable than I expected. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. And now you're part of the bargain.
As agreed. I will support Liechtenstein's proposal with both words and money.
Thank you, noble lady. God will...
Yes, quite. But let's drink to our bargain, Godwin.
Yes, of course.
How could I refuse a toast with such a fine lady? To your health, Lady Anna.
And to the success of our efforts.
I suppose all this drinking's gonna, like, ruin a cutscene later and turn them down at all. Godwin's got high drinking skill, he can get sloshed so easy. Probably handle one more.
Burgers, patricians, and usurers.
This guy is the stubborn one.
Sir Bocek, I need to speak with you for a moment.
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips and someone comes along to put a flea in his ear. Yobs comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes, and now you're all jostling to win me over for him.
On the
Hell
contrary,
yeah.
I've come here with an idea how to improve it.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men-at-arms? If not,
Yes.
you can go to the devil with it.
A few thousand men-at-arms as a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them, we need coin.
You've got my attention, but not my money yet.
Well, it's a joint effort.
Don't worry, it's not just your money I want to draw on. Believe it or not, we've gained other patrons for our cause too.
Really? Name at least one of those lunatics, then.
Anna of Volstein, for instance.
Truly? Well, let's see about it then.
Order of
I
operations.
wouldn't mention the word lunatic.
All right, let's discuss it, candidly. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund.
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left alone.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom among the allies.
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
Yeah, why not Liechtenstein? Hands is a horror, we couldn't do that. Me? No. I'm a priest. And a horror as well.
I believe Liechtenstein is single.
And an uncertain party. Besides, he's inconvenient for Sigismund. Yitka could end up being a pawn to blackmail both of us.
Alright,
How about young Lord Capon?
He's a youngster still.
What's wrong with him? He's young, he's handsome, women are fighting over him. Yitka will like him, and he'll give her a whole bunch of children.
And to half the wenches in his domain too, eh? On the other hand, the lords of Lipa have a good reputation, and Hanush can always be relied on, despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
So, will you support our plan?
You're selling the skin of a boar that's still grunting. First, I want a confirmation that the wedding will take place, as soon as possible.
And what if Lord Capon refuses?
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush is the one to decide. If he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to save the kingdom. Things have come to a pretty pass.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now stop dilly-dallying and go and tell Hanush.
Hey, innkeeper, that beer?
Hanush?
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do? Let's hear it then.
Young Lord Capon is going to get married.
If he's got some impoverished noble's daughter pregnant, I'll have his hide. I'm not going to support some bastard.
You misunderstood my meaning. I was the one who arranged the betrothal. I mean, with your blessing.
You arranged a marriage for my ward? Just like that? With who?
With the niece of Sir Bushek, Lord of Kunstadt. Her name's Yitka.
Bushek of Kunstadt? The Bushek of Kunstadt? Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunstadt's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a wedding. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. But let's drink to it, shall we?
Alright, you can't be too mad. This kind of thing's pretty normal. It's all a deal. You can keep a mistress as well, you know, it's not that big a deal.
Cheers!
Cheers to you! And to your parleying skills.
Took that a lot better than I anticipated, honestly.
Sir Bocek, your niece Yitka can start preparing for her wedding.
So Hanush agreed? Without reservations?
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my end of the bargain without reservation.
Thank you, Lord of Kunstad.
Enough formality. We'll have a drink. What do you say?
This is game over, but my job is done, I suppose.
Cheers to the beautiful Lady Yitka and the unhappy Lord Capel.
Here's to a good bargain.
Bullshit.
Better run before I'm drunk, I might even save my
Out of
ass.
here with a clear plan.
Gentlemen, I think we can raise our goblets to the successful conclusion of the negotiations.
Is this supposed to be your secret weapon?
Like I said, miracles happen where you least expect them. Tell me, Godwin of the House of Odorin, what news do you bring us?
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin. But the widow of Waldstein and Sir Bocek of Kunstad will support our cause.
Both of them. Good heavens, what did you promise them?
This is going to be a long story, and I could use a drink. So if you'll excuse me, my lords?
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yes. And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
Right, we got the Jews, we got
King
the
Wenceslas is,
women.
by the will of God, the verbatim of all
got the
his
young men.
subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours. They'll give you coin.
The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslas, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
Wait, what have I done?
Lords Kunstadt,
Game over for
Hanush,
Henry.
Radzig, and I set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
Gans probably feels like a fucking child again. He still has no agency over his own life. Room full of nobles, he's a nobody. He has the Lord Farquaad hair.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We
Because
don't
people
know
don't like being
who
called
is behind this.
anti-Semites.
Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere, point them to the Jewish quarter, and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wencesla's side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see, all you have to do is make sure the city rebel get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylanders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Yeah,
Don't
you were
take it for a
stealing.
fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants! Chicken shits! Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
I apologize, sire. I'll do everything in my power to...
All I hear from you over and over
Make
again
people
are
better on the
excuses
king's
and
orders, for
prevarication.
fuck's sake.
And results? None. I therefore placed the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire...
That martial
that
law?
would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else. The council is dismissed.
Marquardt's staring me down.
You, don't go anywhere, boy. Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on him? And speak candidly.
We have had enough of false flattery. Sire, you are harsh, but rightfully so. These councils...
Why do you not sit in a chair, you animal?
They need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. Monks.
Monastic was red, yes.
The Hungarians are rebelling. Our
Sad
army
they make
is
you
falling apart.
dote on the
Have
most
enemies
important
here on all
guest.
sides.
After all
Would
that,
we had a
you
proper
may have
army
forgotten.
instead of human mercenaries. They cannot be relied on. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Jobst does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here. To your health, Margaret. And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king.
Thank you, sire. You are too magnanimous.
Why? You did a good job. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, your majesty.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the consul was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Rabosch. Odorin won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Odorin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosch will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
No, we shall have white.
In the same glass.
White it is. Quickly! If Rabosch falls, others will follow.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
If need be, we could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
But to bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
To victory, sire.
To today's. And those
Like, did he turn down the king or what? I don't know. Suppose it's improper to drink on the job, but still, he's the king. I think I've mentioned before that sometimes guests at the hotel would try and tip me in alcohol, and obviously I can't drink on the job, but like, rude to turn down. Sometimes they insist I at least like take a can or something for later.
Nice. So what? Left a long time ago. I swear to God, I saw him a little while ago. He was sneaking
What?
Now we close our doors for the evening. People here know what to do. There'll be plenty more tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday too.
The Sigismund, he speaks like a king. He seems like he's maybe a bit of a hothead, but he's also well-mannered. Like, I'm curious what would have happened if I fucked up his order.
We're off to a good...
But I can't imagine it's any different than any other king would do, yeah? You know, he said fucking pay the miners proper, I support that. And like, you know, he wants to crush rebellion, that's strong. Like, he seems like he's maybe a good leader. Everybody wants Wenceslas on the throne because it gives them more autonomy than under a shitty king. Is maybe... I don't know, like, is this the reason Bohemia is no longer around? Did it fall apart because of Wenceslas? I have no history like that. European history, I mean.
How'd you like our wine, Chevalier?
The art of winemaking has a long tradition.
Don't dare make you play on the losing side, right?
Recipes are passed on from father to son, and each generation brings them to perfection. I myself was practically raised on wine. How many I have tasted. Even the French royal court took note of my refined taste. The king himself had wine delivered for his table according to my advice.
I expect his lordship had the best barrels rolled out. Now, if you'd only known he had a real connoisseur here.
Best barrels? Mon ami, this wine would perhaps be suited to the infirmary, where it would suffice for cleaning wounds and easing pain. For that, the taste is of little consequence.
Yeesh.
About the girls or the piglet?
Liechtenstein's drunk too, eh?
You in need of something, my wild friend?
I'd like to drink a toast with you to our joint success. As they say, all's well that ends well. So, to brighter tomorrows.
Touching.
Come now. What's become of your poetic soul?
I never had one.
Truly? Not even a little?
Maybe just a little.
Maybe once. The older I get, the worse it is. Give me a few more years and I'll become a professional mourner.
See now. I'll gladly drink to that with you. Only, there's nothing to drink. We've run dry.
I've got a tongue like a slice after all that gabbing.
Well, get something wet for us then.
His lordship is so unsteady on his legs, he can't make it as far as the keg.
To hell with that keg slop. Your father surely has something better stored away. I had my eye on him all evening. He had pictures brought from somewhere for himself and his closest friends, and left the rest of us to drink cheap dregs. Try and find one of those pictures for us, eh? I'm sure you can manage that.
You can bet on it. I've got a nose for booze.
I don't doubt it. Get sniffing quick.
Find a jug of wine. Wine. It's not jug.
Keep going.
So you keep saying.
Are you, you know, bumpkin in the toilet there?
I still can't wait for that gin.
Yeah, that's exactly what that looks like.
Come on, finished.
Pull up your skirt, and I'll be done.
Forget it.
That's a jug of wine, isn't it? No. The guards are drunk. That's bad.
Don't complain. I haven't eaten so well.
That looks like a jug.
Ah, whatever. They got by without us so far.
Well, a nice rich bride with a fat dowry is going to take the thorn out of his side, right?
I bet you made it all up anyway. I would just call you Robert.
About the girls?
Is it in this room specifically, or just anywhere?
Nobody knows.
God be with you, my friend. Good day.
Couldn't you have run out when you started
It'll be an army like the likes of which this country's never seen before.
See no jug. Oh, down here. Jesus Christ. Out.
Everybody likes a drop of white.
Now there's a piece of horseflesh for you, Rootard. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you beat it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
That thing is pretty jacked.
Sir, there's some horsemen right out front of your fortress.
You what?
That's Peter of Pisac. Wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to the celebration, you old fox.
That doesn't look like Peter or Pisac.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty.
Ah!
Hey! Hey! Intruders! Enemies at the gates!
Everyone's got to fight drunk. Oh, they scream.
Kill the rest!
I feel like I maybe missed a conversation with Hans.
Jesus! They're surrounding Christopher. He can't make it on his own. Come on!
Hey! Come and help me! Hack your arm! No trust! On the head! Stand your ground! Nice! Don't worry, you'll walk that off! Oh, bad luck! You got it! Hey, I need a hand here! Nice hit! That's right! Find those horses out! Bleeding like a stuck pig!
Oh, Christ. Where's Kristen? I need to defend my brother.
No shots!
Aladdin Green.
No, you can't come in! Are you waiting for orders from your wife?
Got his 6. That was a rather small retinue, actually. We made it. Got that Henry. Play the Ocarina of Time menu theme. Alright. Beans wanted out. They just finished it. Yeah, this don't look good. Should probably put on some proper clothes, yes. Yeah, you don't want to look like a waiter. That's not gonna bring up your riz. Feels like they both knew about each other's meeting then.
Oh, good strike!
Oh. Now, it's prime opportunity.
Take that fucker out, damn it! Your sons!
Alright. Now I'm getting surrounded.
Do it!
Quite powerful.
You're done here, Horsens. That was a close shave.
A little too close. Fuck me.
Do my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin!
How did you get... Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone alright?
Well, some are, some aren't.
They captured Odorin, Kunstad and Rutard. And they took Alder and Kunrad of Vector away too.
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father? And Hanush?
They left with Yobs long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but not everyone was so lucky.
Where goes the whole plan?
What happened, Godwin? Who died?
Anna of Waldstein. She didn't stand a chance against those butchers. May she rest in peace.
One of the most important parts of the
Simply
plan.
in the wrong place at the wrong time. And they almost killed my brother.
But only almost. Good work.
What do you mean, almost? What happened?
I got there in time to help him, fortunately. Christopher tried to defend our father, but nearly lost his life doing it. For nothing. Old grievances aside, Odorin is an ally. The same as Rutard and Botchek.
Oh, they all have their quirks. Cousin Botchek's a money-grabbing magpie. But I won't give up on the fucker either.
We'll have to wait for the other side's move anyway. We don't even know where von Berghout took them.
It only stands to reason that it'd be his local fortress that I have a secret passage into. I'll just do it all again, right? Right? Surely they didn't find my way out, because we made it clear we left through the front gate. They had nowhere to look.
Where did they go? Back to Rattay?
They've got to raise an army for us. And I hope they fucking hurry.
So we have a plan to counter Sigismund?
More of a promise than a plan. But, as you can see, our allies are getting scarce. We should lay low until Jobst gets back.
I'll gladly play dead for a while.
Be so kind. And don't speak of the dead.
I tried to come as soon as possible and warn you, but von Bergov's people beat me here.
You knew he was coming.
Markvart bragged about it to Sigismund, and Sigismund promised to make him Lord of Raborsh in return.
When he sees what von Bergau did with it, he'll shit himself.
You find that funny? Do you like watching those foreigner dogs rampaging around and slaughtering innocents? Who else has to die before we do something about it?
Tell us about it. We were neck deep in corpses before you bothered to turn up.
Hey, fuck you.
Not you.
Kind of job.
Fuck you, Jan. I'd trade places with you in a heartbeat. Trust me.
We've lost a lot of allies. We'll have trouble finding new ones. They'll be afraid to even peep against Sigismund. Well, are you surprised? Look around. Sigismund showed everyone what's coming for all who resist him.
You want to give up now?
Nobody said anything about giving up. We'll treat the wounded, bury the dead, get the hell out of here. Then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for Jobst and his army.
If I survive the journey... Oh, God's teeth. That stupid nag nearly broke me in half.
Well, he got kicked by a horse.
The king announced one more thing at the council. He asked the councillors to ransack the Jewish quarter. That is, he ordered it, more like.
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people there. They could reveal a lot. The city rabbi is sitting upstairs in the hall. At least he's safe here.
They're our allies. We have to help them.
What do you mean by we? Everyone here is lucky to be still breathing. I can just see them all jumping to their feet and rush to save their poor Jews.
Maybe Samuel will figure something out. He wanted to talk to you anyway.
He's here too?
Aye, escorting the rabbi. You should go and see them as soon as possible. And tell Liechtenstein too.
Anyway, we've got work to do. Godwin?
Give me a moment. I'll go and see Christopher first. Guard the walls until morning. If anyone
Salmon
shows
lunch
up,
trying to push
I
them.
want to know about it. I'll be with
done
Christopher.
that the Lord is punishing them like this. God's punishment or not, they brought it upon themselves. Watch.
Recourse. Hans, you good?
Good to see you both. Alive.
Oh, come on. You know, I've walked out of much worse scrapes laughing.
They could well have killed us all. If it hadn't been for you, Henry, von Berkhoff could have caused a lot more harm.
You paid me?
Von Owlet surprised even Sigismund with that. You should have seen the look on the king's face when he told him.
Well, thank God we all survived.
Well, not all of us. They killed Lady Anna of Volstein and many other nobles. It was slaughter.
And they captured our closest and most influential allies.
Supposed to
Without
capture
them,
all of them.
we can hardly get the burghers on our side. We're stuck.
We'll figure out a way to help them.
But how? Our plans are ruined.
Get a grip. Whining doesn't help anyone.
You're right. When I drink too much wine, I get overwhelmed with self-pity. Nevertheless, I have to admit it can't get much worse.
Actually, it might. And very soon. At Sigismund's council, an order was given to ransack the Jewish quarter.
God's wounds! We need to get back to the city and warn them.
I'm going with you.
Out of the question. Do you want to end up imprisoned again? You'll be more useful if you stay here and help Shishka. Henry, tell Samuel and the rabbi to get ready to travel. I'll try to get someone else to join.
Alright. Alright, these guys are nobodies.
And to us?
He was important. He did his job.
And hope his father comes.
I don't know who this was, but she wasn't part of the plan.
The thing we can do is to keep doing our work.
It's gonna be much worse, but like, you know, we lost like one part.
Did I not tell you you should not come here?
You did.
Sam, I need to have a word with you.
Uh-huh. That makes two of us.
Just tell him. You may not get another chance.
I talked to Godwin. He said you know each other?
What did you talk about? Me?
We talked about your stepfather, Martin.
Why? Neither of you knew him.
It's true, I did not. But I tried many times. Remember how I stared at your sword when we first met? I recognized the Master's symbol engraved there. Well, the thing is, I am Martin's son.
What? Pa's son? How did...
Yes, his son. That is, his bastard son.
Alright, makes two of us then, eh?
Are you sure? We look the same age, and Martin lived with me and Ma as long as I can remember.
When I was born, he was already long gone. Maybe we are not even a year apart.
And what does that make us then?
Nothing. Proof perhaps that both your god and mine have a sense of humor. You know, all my
They're the
life,
same guy.
I thought if I did not give a shit about that man, it would be easier. But now that I know I will never see him, it troubles me that I did not get to know him.
I can tell you about him if you want. But now is not the right time. This is not the end. We have to go to Kuttenberg, now. Sigismund ordered confiscation of the property of people in the Jewish quarter.
The king has approved Xere.
He's no king to me. He's a fucking whoreson.
What the hell is that? Genocide or
What's
or
a
cleansing?
Xere?
That is hard to explain.
Nonsense. It is as clear as day. Christians set out to kill our people. Innocent and often defenseless. Ransack their houses and divide the loot. And all that with the king's blessing.
This is what we were afraid of. But we did not expect Sigismund to be in such a hurry. We need to get back into the city and get the people out, quick, before it begins. Will you come with us, Henry? Every man counts.
I'll come. And Liechtenstein already knows about it too.
Very well. We should get going right away.
Henry, savior of the Jews.
Let's not waste time.
Probably could have talked to Christian, but you know, it's not that big a deal.
Thank God you're all right. On the way here, I saw Sigismund horsemen and feared the worst.
Kubienka? What brings you here?
Well, I heard you were having some kind of a feast here, so I came to grab a bit of meat. And I see, instead of that, you have a massacre here.
Well, the real massacre is yet to come if we don't do something fast. We have to get to Kuttenberg. Can we borrow the wagon you arrived on?
But of course. I borrowed it too, if you know what I mean, but,
Could you stop blabbering already? We don't have the time.
Easy, Ingele. And you, sir, if you can, come with us and help us.
All right. But could you please tell me what the fuck is going on?
I'll explain to you on the way. Time is running out.
Are you coming too, Sir John?
Of course.
Now, let's go then.
You don't question the nobility. You know, 3 states of man and all of that, he is willing to fight. That's what he will do.
Perish. Can we go any faster?
Settle down, son. If you must keep your tongue busy, then use it to pray.
Would you tell me what the fuck is going on already?
Sigismund ordered an attack on the Jewish quarter. We need to take all my papers and get the people out of there.
Bloody hell. I just got ailed up so nicely today.
Oh, that is just great. My mother's life is in the hands of a drunkard.
Your mother?
Don't you worry. These are some sturdy hands. I promise we will save you, Ma. No one will touch a single hair on her beautiful head.
What the hell are you babbling about?
What? Oh, I'm imagining she's pretty. It makes me more willing to put my neck on the
Wait, so
line.
Martin found a new wife, like,
with the nonsense
within a year of leaving another one he dumped a kid in?
Jesus. I was just trying to lighten the mood. You might all kick the bucket in a short while.
Time to silence him.
Well, what about you, Henry? Why are you so quiet?
You should give it a try yourself. You might get a taste for it.
Fine. Let's all sit here with our mouths shut for the entire trip, aye? Anyway, can't you make the horses go a little faster, Grandpa? If this carries on, somebody's going to start sobbing.
Samuel, How... What was the story with your mother and Martin?
Do you really want to talk about this right now?
Oh, it may be the last chance we get. We could both be dead in a while.
All right. But like I said, I never actually knew Martin. He once came to Kuttenberg and fell in love with my mother. But she is the daughter of a rabbi. Obviously, she could not marry a goy.
And tonight, you will see why.
If you want, Mummy will surely tell you more. If we can get there in time. What was he like? Martin.
He,
Nice. And we can't marry a goy because we hate Jews.
He was a good man.
Something
Seriously.
like what?
Whip those fucking horses!
All right. Schnell. Schnell.
Schnell.
What's the matter? Why are we stopping?
We will walk from here. We cannot drive right into those murderers' arms.
But how do we get into the town then?
We will go through Sheol.
There are many abandoned mine shafts under the town. One of them ends here.
Won't it collapse on our heads?
We'll find out soon enough.
Follow me.
What a blessing it is to have found the passageway.
I would be happy.
Like the Underground Railroad. Oh, is this perhaps the shaft mentioned in the riddle? I've been blind. Yeah, this is exactly the spot. I wish I knew. I mean, I looked, but it's pretty covered up with like bullshit. Wonder if I'll find the next piece.
You killed our savior.
What did you just say?
Oh, nothing. I'm just blabbering.
I dare you to say that again. Loud and clear.
You know what, sir? Just ignore me and be glad I'm here. And you up front, pick it up a little, curva. My arse is getting numb.
Wet socks. Ugh.
Do you hear anyone?
If they manage to get all the way here, it is all over.
No, I think... I must have just imagined it. Let's keep moving.
We good? What we stopped for?
We should split up here. Me and the rabbi will go this way to the shul. We have to take the Torah and warn everyone.
What about us?
You keep going straight ahead and then to the left. You'll get right to the
Or a
king's
book. Does this man not know it by heart?
all the secret documents and wait for us.
Shouldn't someone come with you, just in case? How about Kubienka here? Henry and I can handle it.
Well, if you insist.
Was that all the contempt you could muster up?
Well, good luck. We'll see you up there.
Follow me. Hopefully we'll find it quickly. I left a stack of my papers in the tavern. And if they fall into Sigismund's hands, people in other towns will die too.
Do you think we're gonna make it in time? To find the papers? Save the people?
I pray we can, Henry. There's nothing more I can do. Hopefully everything will be all right at the tavern. My stash is locked away, and Samuel's friends are guarding the place. But who knows what the situation is like in the streets now.
Are you afraid?
Me? Do you have any idea how many times I've had to run from a burning town or deal with a hired assassin?
Yeah. More than once, I reckon.
A lot more, I can tell you. But I admit, I was afraid every single time.
That tracks.
Damn it.
What's the matter?
The door leading up to the tavern is open. Samuel's men wouldn't have left it like this. Somebody else must have got in.
Well, check your damn papers.
I'll go upstairs and see if anyone is still there.
I hope so. If they took anything from down here, they mustn't get out alive. I'll gather up my things in the meantime. I'll meet you outside the tavern.
Moses. Didn't they kill that guy?
Give him the piece of his mind.
All don't look like soldiers. Local anti-Semite.
What do you want? We're going to gut you, you whore son.
Didn't see that coming, eh? You want to try me? Useless!
Let's have a drink, yeah. Pigskin, useful.
Baruch Hashem, Henry. You're all right.
Sam, you're back already? How does it look outside?
A few of the cutthroats got in over the walls, but we dealt with them. But there are more outside the gate.
4 of them were here in the tavern too.
Fortunately, they didn't take anything important. But your friends paid for it with their lives.
What?
Giving them walls
If
not
it's any
only
consolation,
dehumanizes them,
Henry here has already
it
taken
gives
care
them
of
like
those
defenses
cutthroats.
should something like this occur.
They didn't look like they just
It's a
came to
bad
the tavern
idea.
by chance. Eric must have sent them.
I guess it also keeps the public from seeing what happens beyond the walls.
What about your mother? Is she alright?
She is, thank God. I told her to get ready, and we would come for her right away.
I'm really sorry about your friends. We got here too late.
There was nothing you could do. Benavis Hamardes. This
I could defend them all myself.
Pissing me off. I've never laid eyes on him, yet I cannot wait to wring his neck.
There'll be plenty of time for that later. We have to go now.
I'm sure Mum is waiting for us. We have to take her to the shul.
You go ahead. I'll lock the tavern and block the secret passageway so no one else can get in.
But sir, if any more of them come here...
I can take care of myself. Now go. God be with you.
Yeah, it's worthwhile. We got plenty of things to spend. Block spinner, blunt damage. So you have time to get all of them. This one we might miss out on one, but suppose I'll take a Lawbreaker. Looks like we're good.
One of them must have hit me.
Get up. We have to get to the shul fast. Can you walk?
I can't.
Don't worry. I'll help you. Henry, go and get Mummy. She will be in that house on the left. Bring her here.
Mame. Is that her name, or is that how you say mommy?
Oh, Himmel! What's the matter? Where's Sam?
Don't worry, Ma'am. He sent me to take you to him.
Mein Gott! What happened to him?
Nothing. He's out on the street helping the wounded. Let's go, now. We're out of time.
Wait! Who are you anyway?
Yep.
My name is Henry. I'm, Do you remember Martin, the blacksmith?
Of course I do.
I'm his... son.
Was sagst du?
Sam told me that...
Watch out! More are coming! Run to the back, it might be safer there!
What's going on?
Sam! Are you alright?
I'm fine, but we will talk when you are safe. Now run!
We have to get to the synagogue.
This woman's not into me, but she meant a lot to father, I suppose.
Follow me.
Why do that?
Watch out! They're shooting at us!
Ah.
The ramparts! Get ready! They're gone. We have to keep going.
He ran off like a little bitch.
That is you, little Lev. Can you help them?
I did not hurt this woman. Alright, well, blood out, I guess. I don't know. Dude, if I could, yeah.
We cannot get past the wagon. We have to go
You
this
should
way.
not have ran off on your own. That was
Through the
stupid.
house.
Jesus! I'm hit!
Mummy, are you all right?
I'm fine. But what about you, mein Kind?
I'm still alive. We can talk later. Now, we have to go.
Kiss them all now!
Come on!
What the hell?
What is it, fuckers? Rather slaughter women and the defenseless?
Let's go!
They didn't look defenseless to me. Weird how it didn't pick the last weapon I had equipped. And not my one slot either.
Go inside. Quick.
To the fucking task.
I've never been so glad to see you two.
In need of a helping hand, are you?
No, I just don't want to die here alone.
Oh, it's Eric.
There they are. Well, now we're really fucked.
Mustn't get inside. We have to hold them back. For how long, though? As long as we need to.
That's a lot. Seems like they can only fit about 3 or 4 people in this hallway at least. That works to our advantage. God, I would be standing.
In the shade! You have not moved yet! Help me! I'm coming,
Oh, bro. Trying to lock onto the other guy.
Show me your stuff! Let him No, ready to die!
Victory or death!
Back him on the head! No wonder you're still standing.
Come on! Everyone's inside!
Henry, come on! Let's go!
You gonna torch the barrier? I guess that would keep him from kicking it in, but it's also gonna dissolve quicker.
God, more than me. Let's go. It's this way. Damn. That was a close shave. I reckon I should go to Samuel's mother and talk to her about Martin. I won't get another chance.
If there's beans. No. I don't think that riddle really had anything else to say other than just that it's around here, right? Like, I don't know. This is even Altered World state and it won't even be found quite yet.
I am sure the Lord will understand. And if you do not believe me, ask the man. Don't worry, even if that happens, you will be able to pull it away.
Sarah, is this the woman?
Are you alright?
I'm fine, lad. I thank you for everything.
I know this might not be the best time, but do you think we could talk about Martin?
Right now? Well, all right then. How is Martin actually?
He died. It's only been a few months.
Oh,
Sigismund burned down my village. Pa went to help Ma, and, well, they both died there.
I am sorry to hear that, lad. But that is the Martin I knew. He always put others first. At least you survived. That would make Martin happy.
I'm sorry I don't have better news to give you.
Do not worry about it. I am just sad he died before he could meet Samuel.
Is everything all right?
Yes, do not worry. We were just talking about Martin.
How did you meet Martin, if I may ask?
It was such a long time ago. He wanted to open a blacksmith shop in town. But there was no place among your people, so he tried his luck in our quarter.
And that's where he met you?
The rabbi gathered the good men so they could decide whether we wanted to have a goy blacksmith. And Martin wouldn't stop looking at me all night. Then it went schlag auf schlag.
He slugged your flirt? No.
So what happened that made Martin leave you?
My Martin would never leave me. My father found out we were seeing each other and did his best to drive him away. To marry a goy is isur deoraisa, forbidden. But Martin would not give in, and we kept seeing each other, until one day, I was ubore.
That means pregnant.
Yes.
Jews can't marry
My
not
father
Jews?
knew
That's
that
crazy.
if word got out, he would not be able to avoid the shame. So he did not miss a beat and took me out of town in secret. I did not even have time to tell Martin the news. I was gone for almost 4 years. In the meantime, my father told everyone that he had married me off, but my husband died. And he only let me come back when he was sure people had accepted it.
Nah, I didn't know that. Alright, I'm just recontextualizing my head because I had multiple Jewish girls hit on me in high school. I'm like, oh god, they must have had this whole thing worked out in their heads. They thought they can convert me. Little did they know. No way in hell. Could have been rich though. That would have been nice.
Did Martin not go looking for you when you suddenly disappeared?
People said he did go looking for me, even as far as Colin, but he did not find out anything at all.
If only he had gone all the way to Prague.
Even if he went to the very edge of the world, it would not have been enough. Father would have hidden me somewhere else.
And what about you? Did you ever find another man after that?
No. My father called me a widow, so I stayed a widow.
And he didn't try to find anyone else for you?
You know he did, but it never worked out. I made sure of that.
Like he couldn't have the one you wanted, so he can't have the one he wants, or what? Like, that seems a little petty. You didn't think that your son deserved a father?
And did you ever go looking for Martin?
I asked around, but no one remembered anything. Or they chose not to. That was probably my father's doing too. And I could not just leave and go looking for him around the world. I had to take care of someone. That was the most important thing.
All right. That's about it.
Before you go, tell me, what was Martin like as a father?
Well, he was strict with me, but not too much. Especially in the forge, he worked me hard. I dream about him quite often. About that last day and what he said to me when we were forging a sword together. He said a life of adventure can be over before it begins. And that blacksmithing might be a dull job, but I'll keep my head on my neck.
He was absolutely right.
Well, look at me now.
You saved all our lives. Martin would be proud of you. He raised you well.
I'm sorry to keep you this long, but... well, I never thought I'd have a brother, even if not related by blood.
Well, I did not expect that either. And thank you, my almost brother. If it was not for you, I do not know how today would have ended. What are your plans now?
I'll go back to the Devil's Den. To Zizka and the others. We need to figure out what to do next.
I will see you there then. But first, I have to escort everyone to Colleen. I do not want anything to happen to them on the way.
Everything should be all right now.
Take care of yourselves, dear brother. I will see you this time tomorrow at the Devil's Den.
Have a safe journey.
Sei gesund.
Bro, I know. Normally they say the thing in their language and they say it the way you understand, but they don't give a shit. This goes all the way back at the Devil's Head. Yeah, that tracks. Are we on time? Been like 3 hours. About. That was a long quest.
You managed to get the documents. What's next for you? Will you go to Jobst, or come with us to the Devil's Den?
I've been thinking about it, and the time for spying is over. There's no one to convince, no one to break, no one to blackmail.
So what then? You going home?
Not yet. Actually, I'll escort these people first. I feel responsible for what happened, and maybe I can at least make up for it a little bit.
Nah, they're Jews. Like, this is bound to happen eventually, you know? It's over and over again throughout history. Seems like it may be gonna happen again kind of soon.
But we still have a lot of work to do. We could surely use a spy master.
A spy master is of no use without his network. Only a few of my people are still here, and I wouldn't bet my life on any of them.
Well, that doesn't matter. Maybe you could be useful in other ways.
No, Henry, I played and I lost. Now it's up to the rest of you.
Damn.
All right. Have it your way. Have a safe journey, Sir John of Liechtenstein. God be with you.
And with you, Henry of Skalitz. Take care.
Why don't I read that note? North wall, Sir Naiba impaled guarded the growing house. Now shaft is all you can look at. Maybe I'm supposed to find the pail that you can see from the shaft. Does that make sense? Bianca? So, like, it would maybe be on top of this wall specifically at the bridge. I swear we've checked this one, but maybe we didn't. More likely I checked these two and not this one. Maybe I didn't go out this far. Something to consider. Doesn't look like it's a place I'd want to go right now, though. So, like, are side quests all still available? Am I like... Yeah, they are.
Quick! Ja! Quick!
I think we're due for a nice peaceful ride back, right? And I'm not gonna fast travel.
Quick!
A lot to take in, all those back-to-back cutscenes and that to top it off. And there's me holding back my urge to talk about Jew things. There's so much to it, like they are all over the conspiracy stuff. You know, obviously conspiracy stuff, make of it what you will, but, you know, interesting, and obviously there's probably reasons for everything that happened throughout history, good or bad.
Go! Go! Ka!
So most of those people, they were just people, they didn't deserve that.
Go! God! God! God!
You know, Sigismund's being made out to be the bad guy, but this is a war, damn it. He just took down a spy network. That's a huge W for him. And, like, what he took that, all he did was piss off a small minority group.
God!
Minimal fallout, right?
God! 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 Go! Go! Quick! Quick! Quick!
So, yesterday, the Kolva Terra siege appears on weekends in Monster Hunter World sometimes. It's the first time I've ever seen it pop up, so, you know, I spent like my whole day doing that. It was ridiculous, because obviously the server is dead. This is meant to be like a collective event. Everybody grinds out rewards and progress towards making it easier. And, you know, all that progress is supposed to carry over multiple runs until it eventually dies. And I was grinding this fucker out alone for like 8 hours or some bullshit. It was nuts. Never again. Apparently there's an event that you can just do instead that doesn't have quite as a restrictive timer. But it sounds like there's some parts of Siege that you have to do to make the rewards, like, viable. Like, being able to make the weapons and stuff out of it. It's a weird system. You, like, get whole-ass weapons that drop from the monster rather than having to craft them, and they all come at random. There's, like, 100 of the damn things. More than 100. It's like a whole drop table of multiple types of each element for each weapon. Multiple tiers of them. Big gotcha. They want you to keep doing this thing. It's crazy. It's like real MMO shit. And I tried to tackle it alone. I feel so foolish after the fact, but at the moment I was like, cost sunk fallacy, you know, I gotta kill it at least once. And I couldn't do it. I thought maybe with master rank weapons I'd be able to get it done, but no. So, you know, after so many hours, way more hours than I would have liked to spend on it, I eventually backed out, logged back in later and see that someone else finished the job. And what do you know, I get paid out the rewards. So, like, I didn't even have to do it. I feel so foolish. Probably wouldn't have been so bad when the game was active, but you know, there's a weird aspect of playing dead MMOs. Some people do it as a hobby, you know, it's kind of surreal, like walking in a ghost town. There's actually a cool game. I want to look at it. It should be like in early access now, or maybe it's fully out. It was called like Aaron, I'm sure. This is an offline MMO. All the other player characters are AI. It sounds very interesting. I'm curious to check it out. Like, they have their own opinions of the characters. They like have opinions of each other. They can, like, if you bully one, they might form a guild to make like a kill squad to hunt you down. Like, seems very interesting. Neat concept. However, the developer says they have no plans to add multiplayer. Modders swear that they're gonna make it happen. But I don't know, I think that's maybe a mistake on his part. Like, I get that the whole concept is that all the other players are, you know, AI, but like, I think it would be a lot more fun to mess around in it with a couple of your boys at least, instead of making fake friends with AI. So I'm curious how it's gonna work out. Anyways, let's talk to Zizka.
I bring bad news from Kuttenberg. Eric's soldiers and the town rabble have torched the Jewish quarter. Fortunately, we saved most of the people. But I doubt they can form an alliance with us now.
Fuck.
The reverb sounds like we're indoors.
Samuel and the rabbi took those who survived to Colleen.
Shit. We have to find Dry Devil and Capon and decide what to do next.
Well, Samuel said he wants to be around for that, and we should wait for him.
I see. But if he's gone to Colin, he won't be back till tomorrow. Oh well. At least we'll have time to get everything ready.
All right. I'll come tomorrow then.
I reckon we've earned ourselves a rest. Get our health back at least. Maybe we won't sleep the whole day, but we got shit to put away, don't we?
This doesn't seem too bad.
When the fuck did I equip this? That might still come in handy, I don't know.
Here we are. Good.
Probably peep those books right quick. I don't need that. Alright, so which one of those was the map that I looked at already? This one, the Pad's hideout map? Yeah. Okay. Oh, let me repair all my equipment. Didn't actually take that bad of a beating. My bow get beat to shit. Oh, because it's not my bow. Why do I have this bow equipped? Huh? This is nonsense. Marksman Cat Taylor. Alright. There's one on my bed. Should say sleep and save. Yeah, that's quick. Alright,
God.
do I even want to keep going? It's like 5:30 right now. I know I started this pretty late. My sleep schedule's been a little out of whack, but I think I primed myself to go to bed at around the time I want. I was gonna say a reasonable time, but you know, a couple hours from now. No, I think this is a nice isolated incident. We just, like, you know, we hit the end of a major quest, plenty happened, a lot to digest. I'm gonna, like, go and ruminate on all this, like we were doing on the way back, you know? Got a lot to think about, a lot to take in. So I suppose we will save the rest for later, yeah? I will be seeing you guys soon then, yeah?